Video Hangouts. My name is Charles Carter, and I'll be your host this evening. I want to extend to you my gratitude for you watching Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts. If you're watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch or be part of the live stream. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which is sometimes better than the live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunt Hangar Forum member to find the link to be part of the live stream and the following after party. Here at Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying, model airplanes, sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are already a member of Stunt Hangar Forum, you can find the link if you scroll down to a section called At the Bench. Now, if you're not a member or if you're not logged into Stunt Hangar Forum, the At the Bench link will not appear. Now, if you're not a member, please register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/SMF. That's Smart Men Flying. That's courtesy of Jeff Riley. You must place a space between your real first and last name when you register. You must also use a valid email address, or Sparky, the proprietor of Stunt Hangar, will not approve you. Now, if you're inclined to not come in, even though you're approved and have a membership and all that, but just enjoy watching us on YouTube, wonderful, fantastic. You can enter your questions or comments over here in the chat box. I'll do my best to make your comments or questions a part of the show. Now, sometimes I can't even get a word in myself, so be patient, because I will ask our illustrious panel your question or state your comments. And by the way, you only can make your comments or questions known during a live stream. So like I said earlier, I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, if you find the Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts that I host, or the many building videos, the contest coverage that Sparky does on this platform, informative and enjoyable, please hit the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Please subscribe, please share, please comment. All these activities, all these engagements help the Stunt Hangar YouTube channel grow. And please consider joining Stunt Hangar's YouTube channel memberships, which start at just $4.99 a month, which is less than 17 cents a day. And by the way, I'm a member. I have the $4.99 come out of my own checking account each and every month. I don't miss it, and I suspect you won't miss it also. Plus, you'd be supporting your hobby, your passion. I hope you are as passionate and love this hobby as much as I do, and I want to continue to see it flourish. So please support us. If you don't want to do the monthly subscription, you can do the super chat, which is right below the chat box over here. And if you're watching this as a replay, then you click on the super thanks, which I believe it's a heart shaped with a dollar sign in the center. Click on that, please, and donate any amount you feel is merited. I mean, if you find this show informative and enjoyable, learning lots of things, then donate with that in mind, that what you're getting in return. Please support us. Now, your support helps offset some of the expenses of running Stunt Hangar. Now, with your support, you'll get a membership, and that makes you eligible to see the member-only videos, which not all our videos are uploaded, and they're not all for public. Some of them are private, some of them are members only. And there's a few of my shows, at least one I can think of that's a members only show. There's some Al Raby videos, I think, that are members only, and some other shows that Sparky has done that are members only. So you get to watch those unlimitedly. So please consider supporting us. Now, if you want to get in touch with me, the best way, because I only come in Sparky's channel Monday and Friday evenings, and I pretty much just come in and set the show up, stream it live on YouTube, and then I don't come back again until the following broadcast. So if you want to get in touch with me, go to my YouTube channel, which is called Flying Control Line Stunt. I'll repeat that for you. Flying Control Line Stunt. That's what I do. I fly Control Line Stunt. And if you go there, please locate the 2019 AMA National Championship video, which is a video that Sparky shot with his video camera of me flying his Junar XL. And I mean, that is a beautiful and light airplane. And if you go there and locate that video, get a chance to see me fly, and tell me what you think. Go ahead and comment, subscribe, share on my channel as well. I appreciate also that. And let me know what you think. And I think I covered everything. You know what? Thank you so much for your past, your present, and future support. You are making it happen. Please keep the conversations family room friendly. All right. Don't use words or do things you wouldn't say or do around your own children or grandchildren. And without any further ado, I'm going to post the link at the Stunt Hangar forum. Let me do that right now. And here we go. It's posted. Great. Fantastic. Can you believe this is another month? December, the last month of 2023. It is absolutely amazing to me. I'm still just getting over it. Anyways, I hope you had a chance to go work in your shop this week since last time we was together. I think that was last Monday. Well, I went out flying today, and I had a couple of friends join me. That's Carl Reed, who's usually in the gallery with us, and someone who's come in once in a while is Stephen Maganelli. And Stephen actually had a good day. He actually flew his Zero that he repaired, and with that easy dope, he talked about that earlier this last show. Hey, Sparky, how you doing?
I'm good.
And let me see here. I'm heading over to what I call the control panel. Let me get there right now.
I've already taken care of it. Turn the stuff on.
Okay, good. All right, thank you. I just need to get there myself just so I can keep track of the chats and everything else.
The heck happened to my screen here? Well, there it is.
Let me see here. So it looks like we have 11 concurrent viewers, 5 likes. So please, if you haven't hit the like button, please smash that. Greatly appreciate it. Helps the analytics of the show. And we let me see here. And we have a couple people in the chat box. Let me address them right now. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. He says,
Yo!
Happy Friday, yo. And Gary Sinclair, who's a member of our YouTube channel. I can tell by his moniker next to his name. He provides with a like, and he's also a monitor along with Gary Biswick. We have a couple of monitors on our channel to help us keep track of the trolls. So thank you for doing that. And looks like Gary Sinclair has made his way in here. Hey, Gary, how you doing?
Good.
I got December of our calendar locked and loaded. As soon as we get more people in the gallery, I'll show the December month of your calendar. And so do you have everybody that you need for the calendar?
No, I'm still waiting on Sam.
Okay. Hopefully they come in tonight, and maybe just ask them if they could send the picture to you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably plenty in it. They don't show you. Probably could just make this, instead of having a gallery per page, you could just have a single person, I imagine. So, and Dennis Adamison, he's also a member of our YouTube channel. I like to acknowledge those who are members. And Dennis is one of our members. He also provides with a like. And looks like he's making his way in here, as well as Mark Wise is going to be here shortly. So let me start with you, Sparky. What you been up to?
Well, I finally got the Viper plans in. I was going to share them with you guys.
Oh, great. Great.
Wait a minute. Now I can't. There we go. Right there. They're not complete yet because there's a few changes. I want to make sure that they're exactly correct, and I'll explain to you what the changes are. Let me see. Share screen. Okay. And now we want to share screen 1. Share. You want to make me big, Charles?
Okay. When you
got you. Yeah.
Yeah, the share screen is big. That takes up the whole screen.
Okay. This is the. Can you see the plans?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is the top plan of the wing and spar. They're going to come on 2 different formats. One is, what is it? Let me see here. 36 by 48, and the other one's 36 by 60.
Wow.
So what needs to be changed is this canopy needs to be more streamlined, where it doesn't have that lump on it, and the fuselage is too wide, so we're going to narrow that up. But other than that, it's pretty damn close. And then here's a parts sheet here.
Oh, that's very nice to have.
And that gives you the call out of everything that you need for the airplane. Shows you the motor crutch assembly, how I did that to make it light, the wing, the tank box, and all that. So we are working on them. I'm also building a profile, as some may or may not know, of the same airplane.
Very good.
A little smaller.
Nice.
How do I stop sharing?
At the top, very top, you should be a red button says stop sharing.
Got it. There you go.
I'll make you big now, and now you're not sharing, so you can show your profile you've been working on. There we go.
There's the profile on the bench. It's 46 size, 54 and 3/4 inch wingspan, 10.5 inch cord, 9-inch tip, 10-inch nose. Actually, it's 9 3/4 and 14.5 tail. I don't know what it's going to weigh. I hope it's under 40 ounces, but I've been using all my RC wood on it, so it's hard to tell what it's going to weigh. This one doesn't have a pine spar in it. It has a spar in it that I built 10 years ago, and it's just been sitting over in the corner and was looking for a place to use it. So it's a balsa carbon fiber composite spar, a little heavier. The elevator stabilizer looks like this. It's a little bit different looking. This is more streamlined than the other one, but the elevator stabilizer looks like that.
Oh, it looks nice.
Yeah.
That's built up, or those are solid pieces of wood?
That's solid. Relatively light. It's 28 inches, so it's not quite as big as the other one. It's still relatively light. This is 2.5 ounces, so by the time I get a horn in, it'll be just under 3 ounces, and that's acceptable. 3 ounces is acceptable.
Right.
I got a little beef that I want to put out about Harbor Freight. Now I buy stuff at Harbor Freight all the time. I'm an Inside Track Club member. They sent me a coupon today saying these bits here were $9.97 today. And as an Inside Track Club member, I think I made this statement before. I don't need the coupons. Well, I get there and I say, hey, $9.97. I had to pay full price for these. I am not going to renew my Inside Track Club because the time before that, I went to buy a ladder, and you got the Inside Track Club members got 41% off, and the non-members with a coupon got 50% off. So why be a Inside Track Club member?
Right.
Yep.
So I called corporate, and they said, well, all you have to do is take the ladder back, return the ladder, and tell them you're not an Inside Track Club member. So the guys, they returned the item for me without me going out and getting it, because I talked to them right there. I was standing right there. I called corporate. I said, why am I an Inside Track Club member if you're going to give these deals to everybody? So they gave it to me, and the guy was sympathetic enough. He gave me another $10 off. So I got over on him, but it ain't worth battling, you know. They sent me I got a $5 whole Harbor Freight money. Woo!
Right.
There you go.
You're rich now.
I should have took this when I bought that. It would have been $4, but I still had to. It still cost me 20. So that's just a little rant about Harbor Freight. But the same guy who did the plans that you just looked at is going to do a set of plans for this airplane too.
All right. So what concessions does a person have to make when they build a profile of the same plane? I mean, did you change the nose moment or any moments or anything to make it work?
This airplane is not that airplane. It's just like a trophy trainer is not a Continental. They resemble each other, but they're not the same airplane. This airplane is not N30 legal because I've never built one of these. This is the first one. So for me to say, well, I built the profile in 90 when I built the other ones, it would be a lie. So, but this airplane is not N30 legal. So it's just going to be, a profile airplane that looks like a Viper. It's not the same airplane, no.
Okay.
So that's a concession. I mean, if I'm not exactly sure, like you can build a profile Nobler, but there weren't any profile Noblers. I don't understand how this rule works. As long as the Nobler is exact, the profile of it is exactly the same as a built-up Nobler, and the wing is exactly the same. The only difference is you got a built-up fuselage to a profile. But why would you do that? Kind of like this airplane. Why would anybody build a beam wing profile? I don't know. I've never
Actually,
seen one.
Sparky, I did find it. I heard you. I've been trying to keep up with the
Hi.
videos. You've been coming on at a different time than, I haven't been able to catch you live yet. The only profile I-beams I can think of were Jack Sheeks made an airplane called the Miss Jill, which was call it a magician class airplane, profile, intermediate kind of airplane and everything like that. That's the only stunt plane I know. And then the old Strathmore boys back in the 50s, I don't think they ever published it, but they used to make their combat planes. They were I-beams. They were basically ringmaster size I-beams, and they built them for combat because they could, put them together in a hurry and they were easy to repair. But yeah, you're absolutely dead on. You can count the fingers of, or count the number of I-beam profiles on the finger of one finger. I mean, there
Well,
just aren't that many of them out there.
as I stated, I've never seen one. I'm sure there's probably been one, but I've just never seen one ever.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I think it makes a ton of sense, especially people starting out and everything like that, or in this day and age, we're not getting any decent wood or anything like that. I think an I-beam is going to be inherently lighter than almost any other alternative now.
Well, we're going to find out because this is cut out of my my RC wood, but I want to show you how this thing interlocks. If you look right here, this captures the beam on top and bottom, this notch here. And then right here, the beam glues to the plywood doubler with a notch in the fuselage itself. So, I mean, it's like double, this thing will never come apart. And then the belt crank mount is going to be a piece of 3/8 motor mount on the other side of the fuselage. So it will have to pull, the beam and that block right there through the wing. It ain't going to happen. So I'm feeling, as far as profile rules go, it's supposed to be no more than 1 inch at the leading edge. So I'm not going to put an inboard cheek cowl, but I'm going to put an outboard cheek cowl on it, where this is, the wing is, the spar is cut into the fuselage and then into the doubler here, but the cheek cowl is going to fit over the top, 1/2 inch over the top of this rib. So that ought to lock that together real well. I mean, this thing should be bulletproof as far as vibration goes.
Oh, good.
It does.
I've never seen a beam wing profile. But you say Jack Sheeks did it, I have no doubt.
Yeah, well, he published a bunch of stuff, and I've never seen a Miss Jill built either. So, one of those too. But I think the profile I-beam is a great idea, and I'm glad to see you're doing it. So
this is all 7-pound wood. Everything on this thing is 7-pound wood. The leading edge was cut on my leading and trailing edges were cut out of a 7-pound block of 1x2. that I had. I put them on my table saw and I milled that leading and trailing edges. And then this is 7, even the fuselage is 7 pound, and all the rib stock is 7 pounds. So we're going to see what a 7 pound I-beam wing airplane ends up weighing. It's by no means going to be as light as I can do it because I don't have the wood, but it should be in the 40-ounce range. I don't think it'll be much heavier than that. I'll know tomorrow when I get it cut off the bench and I start adding the weight up, and I can get this weighed with that. And I got all the parts cut, the turtle deck and the rudder and all the stuff. Just set it all on the scale. And I'll tell you what it'll weigh approximately when it comes to the end. I went with the Super Tiger 46 instead of the OS 32 engine for a couple of reasons. First off, I like the classic, era 2.4 brake stuff. And I have mufflers for that 46, and I have a Brian Gardner liner for that 46. So it's going to be a, high zoot 46. It won't be a tired old ringed motor. So that'll help. I have a classic airplane now. I have an N30 airplane. I have a Pampa airplane and a profile when this is done. So I'll be able to fly, 4 events at the next meet.
That'd be great.
Instead of going and flying 2 flights and then going
Right.
home.
Now, one problem that some profiles have is they rear twist. So what are you doing to stiffen that?
Good luck. This is like pine back. This is 7 pound ½ inch. This ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
Believe me, it's like a piece of white pine. We'll see what happens.
Very, very cool. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Let me see here. I think I don't remember who came in next. Well, Gary, how you doing, Gary?
No, good.
Hi, you ready?
Yeah,
Is there anybody
glad-
in the gallery that you'd like to have them send you a photo? I know it's the 1st of December, but is there anybody in the gallery that you need there?
Yeah, we got Dennis there. He can be in it.
You sent me
Yeah.
the thing again. I really don't have any suitable photos. That's the thing.
That's
So
your problem. Huh? Okay.
yeah, you said you want it, and you'd like pictures with with the people in them, but the
Mhm.
trouble is when you look like me, it's not a good idea to send
Okay.
pictures with with the people in them. So
Maybe you could have your back to the camera.
well, boy, there's a bunch of
Yeah.
punchlines we can go with there.
I
isn't
know.
there? Yes,
You're a
yes.
handsome dude. We know that.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoy the CDs. I enjoy the calendars immensely, and the CD case on all that stuff. And just don't have anything suitable for you really. So
There's Mark there.
I don't know
He
if
might
you wanna-
have one.
I could drag out some really old pictures and stuff, but I don't know.
You
It's
did a real nice job of mine, and I guess I'm August of next year.
mm,
Hey, Carl, have you ever sent in a picture for the calendar?
He's muted.
You muted, Carl. I know you muted it. There we go. I don't know why. There you go.
Well, not.
Hmm.
No, I didn't because I don't have anything I think as well enough to put on the calendar. They're all junky airplanes,
Well, that one plane I launched for you today, that's not a junky airplane. I'll take a picture of you maybe next Friday when we get together.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because not everybody has pretty airplanes like Sparky. I mean, the only time I had a really pretty airplane
Well,
was
I know, but you guys all got planes that got these real nice paint jobs, and I'm bringing the old jalopy to the calendar. You know what I mean?
well, I had a nice airplane once. It was when Sparky let me handle one of his. So
Yes.
But, you know,
Yeah.
So let me go with Dennis. So what you been up to, Dennis?
not an awful lot into the grandfather business here lately. There's
Yeah.
running around today. They got well, we got Christmas programs this week, and then today I needed help running my grandson around some, so I ended up spending a good part of the day doing that. And I have best intentions. I'm trying to write instructions for the last electric conversion I did for Brodak. I never finished the assembly sheet, so I'm trying to finish that. And I got a few other things. I went to make up a set of spectral lines for somebody the other day. You know, we had a little break in the weather and all that. Needed a set of 63-foot lines. I roll out the lines and I ran out of line at 57 feet.
Ugh.
Oh,
At 57, I can't make a decent set of lines for anything at 57 feet, you know? So
Put a line stretcher on it.
not that much stretch, I'm afraid.
Just give them one line.
I could one line in two colors, you know, but
yeah.
Just tie an extra piece on it.
yeah. Yeah. Well, so I'm gonna have to buy some new materials, what amounts to, and before I can finish that up. So I don't. So, at any rate,
Well,
I'm
thank you,
right now
Dennis.
I am loaded with good intentions, as long as being loaded with a few other things. But yeah,
And I think Mark Wise came in shortly
Yeah.
after that or before that. Hey, Mark, thanks for coming in.
I've
Appreciate
actually been doing some research.
it. All right.
And now that I have some gifted people in front of me, you remember several weeks ago, we were talking about flying and trimming and those kind of issues, and Keith had this hemisphere or semi-sphere, whatever you want to call that. And it got me thinking, and I think I said something about it before. So I kind of relied on some ninth grade geometry, and I just want to share this with you. And I'll tell you why I've done this. And if anyone wants it, a lot of you are brighter than me. You can figure it out, but I'll be glad to share it with you. What I wanted to do is I'm going to start doing as much flying as I can, but I don't want to do it without a purpose. Okay, I'm very much that way with almost anything I do. So I drew a circle on this piece of paper, and I made some assumptions. I'll tell you what they are. So if you may need to adjust for yourself. I said I got an airplane with 65-foot lines, eyelet to eyelet. I added 2.5 feet for my flying arm. Okay. And I added 2.5 feet for the inside panel of the wing. So what I'm trying to get my head and the perimeter of the circle exactly 70 feet. It was just an easier number to work with. Okay. So if you know the diameter, if you know the radius of a circle, and you double it and you multiply it by pi, that fantastic number of 3.14, it'll tell you the exact circumference of your circle. Okay. So from there, I said, okay, I know the distance now. And if I know by timing my airplane how long it takes me to make a lap, I'll know how I'm flying around that circle. In other words, when you're flying at 60 miles an hour, you're probably flying at about a 5 or a 5.1 lap time, somewhere roughly in there. And the reason I wanted to figure this out is that the place where I fly, I want to mark off the circle with flags outside the perimeter so I won't hit them. But I want to know where a corner of the circle is. Okay, so if I had 4 stakes out, they're going to be separated by 110 feet if my circle is 440, right? So if I have 2 looking at me, I'm looking at 90 degrees and I can see it. I can absolutely see 90 degrees. And if that's where I want to put my maneuver, okay, I have posts. Now I'll tell you something. The airplane's going, and I did one at 55. I just said mine is going to fly at 55. It's a good number to use. So a half circle takes about 2.6 seconds. It's not a lot of time. It's going by pretty quick. Okay, but I want to know where to put my maneuvers. If I'm going to have square maneuvers that are as tall as they are wide, I need a reference. I'd like to have a reference.
3 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. So I've just charted that out, and I'm sure it's linear. So if you wanted to have any other speed or length of line, it's just simple multiplication. But now I can go out and put those posts out there. Okay, and I'll probably do it maybe probably in eighths. I'll do it about 55 feet, and then the next one, then the next one. And if my math is close, it's going to work out. Okay. I'm a little bit excited about this because I've never flown that way. You know, if the maneuver has a center point, I understand half has to be on one side and half has to be on the other. But where exactly is that? And I think if you practice enough knowing where the pylons are that you're aiming at, you're going to get used to flying that way. Okay. So I'm trying to say I don't have a lot of time because I'm just involved in a lot of stuff with Pampa. But I want to practice smart. Okay. That's what I want to do. I want to practice smart. So timing my laps is really going to be important. And just measuring the radius of the circle. If I got that, I got everything else I need. I just need to know the true radius, not the line length, but the true radius of the circle. Okay. So if you have a pad or a cheap calculator or your phone, I just did this with my phone. You can play any game you want. And if you know how fast a quarter of the circle takes, you could use that as an adjustment if you're good in your head at counting time. Okay, I know I got a second and a half. Okay, boom. I just know where I am. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I can make my maneuvers the size they're supposed to be by the rule book. Okay.
That's
And if
why
you think-
Bob Hunt says musicians do so good because of the time. I'm lame. I can play the radio, but
Yeah.
he's saying it's a timing thing, so makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And then if you get used to that horizontal line and how long it took and where it is the vertical line, it should be something familiar to you. And then I started thinking a little bit more about it. And I was thinking, well, if you took half the circle and folded it up, so it looks like that. Here's the horizontal, here's the vertical.
Okay. All right.
That line is exactly the same as half the circle. So a wing over is really doing exactly 220 feet. So I'm just thinking, okay, I have some reference now of what I'm doing because I want to practice smart. I even though I'm retired, I stay very busy, and so many big contests that I'm involved in, and now the worlds. I got to use my time as smart as I can. So if anyone wants something, I'll make it look better. Maybe put it on a graph. I'm sure you could graph this very easily, and just look on one axis at your lap time, and the other axis as your radius, and it'll give you the numbers. So it may be silly. To me, it makes sense, but a lot of silly things make sense to me.
That's a good idea, though. It's a good idea.
And you would just need a good tape measure, or if you know your step length, and if it's consistent, it doesn't take that long to mark off a circle. And if
Right.
you're really tight on time, you would probably want to mark off the side that's going to be what you consider downwind, because that's where most of your maneuvers are going to be anyway.
Most people walk at a 30-inch pace.
I'm sorry?
Most people walk at a 30-inch pace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get the text I sent you, Charles?
Yes. Thank you very much, Sparky. I was trying to respond to it.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll do that later. I'll do that after I talk to Bluehost.
All right. Thank you very much.
So if any of you try it or think it's not a good idea, just let me know, because this is only my thinking, and that's always limited.
Well, the only thing that comes to my mind, Mark, is that our planes are moving so fast. It's so hard to see, markers and stuff, like the quarter of a circle. Man, that is really hard to find that.
Well, yeah, I'm not talking about a marker on the ground. I'm talking about, for me, probably bringing 6-foot poles.
Okay.
Something thin that I can stick in the ground in the straight line of the angle I need. Okay. And the whole thing is just to get me used to the proper distance. I know I won't have them at a contest, or it's unlikely I'll have them at a contest, but
You know what might work? Get a headset and play metronome in that headset. Tick, 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 that you could adjust to certain. I'm serious.
No, I know he is.
That's
I
funny
might,
though. Still,
I might try that myself. Just listen to that tick, 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 because then it'll be tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
tick.
And you know, some of those you can adjust the speed on certain
Right,
kinds of,
right,
you
right.
could dial it into exactly what you need. So go ahead, Dennis. You're ready to die here. I know you're going to say something.
so is Steve. So is Stuart. So Dennis, then Stuart.
Okay, I was gonna, a couple of things. Remember here a while back, I showed off a lap speed chart, line length, lap time, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Divide it by half, divide it by fourth, divide it by eighth, and we could have, just to say, I think I could do a chart that's got your stuff on it pretty quickly.
I would love that.
All right, so I'll send that over to you along with all the other stuff I'm promising you.
Well,
But
that's all right. That's okay. I just want to make
and
sure
I
you
was
got
also
it.
going to say last year I marked off our circle like that. Actually did it for a Rustbuster contest, and I don't think anybody
Metronome,
really knew
yeah.
what to do with it. And I found that even a little 18-inch cone sitting on the ground, you know,
Okay.
it's not like you're seeing it while you're flying a maneuver, but when you see it from the center of the circle, you will get a pretty good idea of what a 45-degree chunk out of the circle is. All right.
Yeah.
So it'll get you that quarter circle that you're looking for. And even if it isn't, 6 or 8 feet high or anything like that, even sitting on the ground, it does a nice job for you. And
Absolutely.
so don't discount that, because that's a lot easier to do. As far as getting it downwind, forget about it. The wind's always moving a little bit and stuff. But I think, to your point, we're trying to get an idea, what does 45 degrees look like? I can lay it out horizontally, and I can, if I have that as a reference, I think a pretty good idea of what it is vertically, right?
Mhm.
So, and I just used my calculator, or my phone has a compass, going a compass app for it, and I just used that to set all the points, and it was really easy to do. So I drew,
Yeah.
in my case, I had an 85 foot circle around, and I just stood, I put a marker in the center of the circle, and I stood and pointed my phone directly at the center of the circle and moved around until I was at 0 degrees, set a cone down, and I moved to 90, just walked around.
Yeah.
And got up the 90-degree points real fast, but you can do that with as many cones as you got. I don't think there's much point in getting them much closer than 45 degrees, because they start running into each other.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yep.
See, my mobile phone is old. It has a dial.
Mm,
Operator.
Very good.
Thank you, buddy.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Stuart.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like what Dennis has used the cone. I usually put one on my nose and one left and right. That way I know where the center is, and then if where the exact downwind is. So, and then at the bean field, we already have posts 6 feet high, and just to keep the level, to show where the level is, and we put like a foot of pool noodle on it. So it helps with the color to see it easily. So that's all. That's pretty much it.
Cool.
Good.
Thank you. When I make my circle, I use I think you use them for to hold dogs, keep dogs in your yard. It's a corkscrew thing. I screw that in the center of my field approximately, and I attach I have a 300-foot, I think, tape reel, and I attach it to that, and I go out I make my circle with a radius of like 90 feet. I'm at a public park, and then I start pacing, like I do 15 paces. I put down a cone, another 15 paces, another cone, another 15 paces, another cone. And basically what happens is half the circle gets 6 cones, and they're symmetrically set down. And then on the other half, I just line of sight between that corkscrew thing and the other cone I already set down. I put accordingly 6 more. So I basically can get my 180, my 90 and quarter. I lay it out every time I put my cones out, as I don't walk them in place. I'm actually, as Carl would attest, and everybody who knows me here in Escondido, they see me do it all the time. So I actually could see those things.
Yeah.
And that's one way to do it, where you get your quarter and your 90 degrees, and because all the cones are symmetrical It's just basically divided in, you
Yeah.
know, in that proportion. That's what works for me.
Yep.
And hey, we got enough people in the gallery. Let me show you this month's count. I wish that Howard was here because Howard is actually featured in December of the calendar. Let me bring this over here and see what a good job Gary does. Let me share the screen here 1 second. Just give me a second to share. And you guys see it?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that nice? And
Nice.
this, I think this is, Howard is taking these planes around, not around the world, but different places. He's been to Europe, Poland with his planes. You see that?
Very nice.
So when he talks about his dogs, he's talking about his planes. He has the old dog and the new dog. So here are the dogs side by side. And I believe the one on the right is the old dog and the one on the left is the new dog, I believe.
The other way around.
The other way around? Okay.
Yeah, number 5 is when on the left, number 6 is on the
Oh,
right.
there we go. Thank you, Dennis. Very cool. So that's December of 2023.
Very nice.
These are the impacts. These are Paul Walker design. And they're both beautiful planes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll
Flies
stop.
them pretty good too.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. When you're at the Nats, he got second, just I think a point or less than a point behind Dave Fitzgerald. So yeah, Howard's a very good flyer.
Yep.
I've got the square loop metronome here.
There you go.
I'll make you big here. That's too cool.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, very cool.
Up about the right time too.
Is that on your phone or is that a separate instrument?
It's my phone. I downloaded it's I just downloaded it, metronome.
I'll be
Very
done.
cool.
Put earbuds in and go.
Very, very good.
Well,
Let
Thanks,
me,
Sparky.
set it a
catch
little
up.
faster, a little slow. You could get really ticked off.
Yeah.
Let me catch up with the chat box here. I got Marcel Legrand. He says, hi, Charles, and everyone at Stunt School. Yes, Stunt School's in session. And then Philip Bailey gave us a like. I imagine Philip Bailey will probably be in here shortly. And then the T-Bone 1260 says Berkeley Lancer was an I-beam combat plane.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the Lance. I think the Interceptors were too, but yeah, they were based on the Detroiter combat team models. So Art
Thank you, Tom
Pawlowski, I
Luciano.
think, designed it.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. We're up to 24 viewers. We got 20 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, please do that. Please consider subscribing to our channel and make sure you hit the notification bell and select all so that whenever we are broadcasting, whether it be Sparky or myself, you'll be notified. And don't forget the super chat. If you're watching it live, you can do the super chat. If you're watching the replay, don't forget to do the super thanks. And I would just ask that you would just donate accordingly to the value you receive in return. I mean, we have some great people here in our gallery, and you can start to build planes on the shoulders of these giants. And there's more than one way to do something, but you can get ideas from this gallery on how they've been successful doing it the way they do it. And here's Philip Bailey. Thank you for coming in, Philip. Appreciate that. And I think who next was Mark Gerber. Hey, Mark, what you been up to?
Good, Charles. Various things.
All right.
I'll show you.
All right, cool.
So I finally got the extra parts for my
Super.
wing.
Very good. These are for the landing gear?
Yeah, these plywood pieces here are the doublers for the landing, the ribs that hold the blocks for the landing gear. So while I was waiting, I went ahead and made the landing gear blocks. And these are the upright pieces down here for the wire to go up into. So I'm already starting gluing the wing together now. So,
All right.
but I've also been doing my own research. I showed that torsional pendulum a week or so ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing some more work with this. This is the basic idea. You hang a mass on a wire and you twist it instead of swing it back and forth, and it oscillates around. And the period it oscillates at is 2 pi times the square root of the inertia of the mass divided by the spring constant of the wire. So if you can determine the spring constant, which I figured out how to do that, you can figure out what the inertia is of the mass. So I think a few weeks ago, I showed a video of my little quick and dirty setup here, swinging the propeller back and forth. So that was my feasibility test.
What is the purpose of this test?
Tell the inertia of the propeller, see how much inertia you have out front there. Because the more inertia you have in propeller, the more angular momentum you have. And so it gets a little more stabilizing to the airplane, but you also get the yaw increases when you do a hard turn. And I got an adapter so I could get a 440 bolt on the bottom. And this is a collet that just screws on the bottom of the wire. So it makes it pretty easy to do a lot of different propellers pretty quickly. So here's a 3-blade that I did. And I let it do 30 cycles. I have a stopwatch. And I count how long it takes it to do 30 cycles. And then I divide that by 30. And that gives me the period of the oscillation. So I took a whole bunch of propellers I had. I kept doing more and more, and I got a whole load here. I had some APCs, which are pretty heavy and had lots of inertia. I had some 3-blades, and there were a bunch of rev ups. I did all kinds of different lengths.
And you'll see that the rev up, no, it's not the lowest. Oh yeah, rev up's the lowest one.
Well, the wooden ones are lower. I'll show you another chart in a minute. And then I had a bunch of carbon fiber 2-blades. And then I didn't have any electric propellers, but maybe Dennis sent me a bunch. I don't know. But I looked on the Badass website, and they had the weight of the wooden propellers, which is a lot less than the weight of the rev ups. And that potentially would have really low inertia.
You're telling me, put that back. You're telling me that a rev up prop is 35 grams?
That one is, yeah, the 11.5W.
Well, 13.6 only weighs 3/4 of an ounce. So something's wrong. Got one handy here.
Hey, Mark, just to clarify something for me. So we want a prop, or you want a prop that has more inertia or less inertia? What are you looking for?
Well, I'm not sure yet.
Oh, okay.
I think we're looking for less inertia whenever we can get it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you get less yaw.
This is a
Less gyro. That would influence the amount of gyroscopic force you were, not precession, but just the gyroscopic force that you're dealing with.
Yeah, what it takes to do the turn, and then
if you're running a glow engine with a 2.4 brake or an electric with an active timer, more prop inertia will restrict, or it'll prevent the motor from doing the brake, or in the case of the electric, it'll do it, but it'll do it with it'll take a lot more energy to do it.
Right.
So the motor will be a lot more responsive with a lower inertia prop. So
this is a 14.6, and it doesn't weigh 35 grams. This is a 14.6, and it weighs 26 grams.
Well, maybe your scale's off or my scale's off. I don't know which.
Yeah.
As long as it's all done on the same scale, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I would measure your scale because mine's pretty close. I know for sure.
All right. Well, continue on, Mark.
Anyway, so here's a plot of all the different inertias I got. The two blade woods, the rev ups are this bottom line here. And then the two blade carbon fibers are a little bit higher, but not much. Although I'm kind of limited. It'd be nice if I had more data in here to, spread these out and see if they really follow those lines. And then the three blade carbon fiber, which makes some sense to me because you got three blades now instead of two. So you're going to have more inertia. And the three blades have, significantly more inertia than the two blade. And then the APC, they beat everybody because they're so heavy. But again, I don't have any higher numbers of APCs right now, so I didn't get a chance to fill in any of them more.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went and plotted the weight, the mass. And so same thing, they all pretty much fit where they go on the inertia. The two blade woods are the lower ones, and the carbon fiber and the three blade carbon fiber, and then the APCs. And then the badass are the really low ones. And you got me thinking that electric is going to give you really low inertia. Although, Dennis, you can tell me how that feels when you fly it compared to.
I think one of the things that happens with electric too is you get, you can run lighter weight props and stuff like that because there's no vibration involved. So the electric props tend to be lighter than the comparable glow props. But the electric is being driven by this motor with this massive magnets in it, right?
Yeah, that's right. You got
outrunner motor is a great big ring of magnets and stuff. And I would think that the inertia in that would probably be higher than what the prop is. So
yeah, you could hang well, I don't know if you want to hang the whole motor, but you could hang that on the fixture and test the whole propeller and the motor.
Well, what you could do is test the motor and the shaft, or I should say the bell and the shaft is one assembly. And I think if you tested that, that would be a pretty good representation of what's going on.
Yeah.
And to your point, put a prop adapter with those parts. I can put a prop adapter and of course a prop and a spinner. That's the other thing that might pay off on this, Mark, is some of the aluminum spinners versus some of the plastic spinners. I think you see a pretty substantial difference there too. So if you stack up all the lightest stuff and then stack it up all the worst stuff, I think you'd get a sizable difference in what's going on. So
yeah, I don't know about the spinner. That adapter I made, I had to measure that separately, but it was only like a very small percentage of the overall inertia of the propeller because it's also close to the center.
Mm-hmm.
Might be interesting to calculate the moment of inertia of the motor bell, and then put it on your rig and see if it matches the calculations. Should be easy to calculate. Kind of a constant distance.
Yeah, that's how I calculated the spring constant on this wire. Was I made a brass disc, 4 inches in diameter, and the inertia of a disc is mass times the radius squared. So I weighed it, and then took the weight and multiplied it by the radius squared. That gave me my 1/2 the mass times the radius squared. And that gave me my base inertia. I could figure out what the spring constant was. And then after that, I could do all the other propellers and compare them to that reference mass, basically.
Very cool. I think Sparky had a comment about another prop.
This 11.6 EW, this is 18 grams. These are light props. Rev ups are light props.
Well, I calibrated my scale, Sparky, so I don't know. Maybe send them to me. I can weigh them here and see if they.
Negative.
Hey, Mark.
Nice try, Mark. That's a good try.
That's it. That's it. Mark, the props that you weighed, were they in plain wood or were they painted
No, they were just plain
as
with,
varnished or
yeah,
whatever?
varnished, but not
Yeah.
painted.
Hey,
Okay.
Mark, what is the main prop that you used on the rev up? What size?
Well, there's 5
Would you-
different ones here.
Okay, if I was going to weigh one, when would you want weighed? And give me the length and the pitch.
Well, the 13.6,
I don't have one that big, I don't think. Okay.
and this
Let
is
me-
a 12. This is a 12.6 here.
Let me go in my box here. I probably got one.
And this is 11.5/6, the standard Super Tiger 46 prop. And this is 11.5W, which is a little weird. And then this is, I think, a 10.6 rev up.
Here we go. I got a 13.6 right here. Got 11.6 EW. This is a 13.6. This 13.6 weighs 18 grams.
Well, one of us has a problem with our scales, Berkey. I don't know which.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's gonna weigh a prop there.
But like I said, the scale I have comes with calibration weights, but they weigh it at 500 grams. So anyway, I thought this was kind of interesting to see what the inertia was. I hadn't realized that the 3 blades had so much more than the 2 blades. But after I thought about it, it makes a lot of sense because you got 3 blades instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would think if you could find some of the molded, I think Master Air Screw makes some molded 3 blades. I think they would be, I would expect those to be higher than the your carbon 3 blades, or even maybe probably higher than the APC 2 blades. But
Anyway, that's what I've been kind of experimenting with to
Well, I
do a little
appreciate
physics research.
it.
Cool.
Thank you for sharing.
You could always get a 3 blade like this. This is a 12.6 3 blade wood.
Yeah. I don't have any of those either, but probably could go visit Keith Russell and pick up a couple.
Let's see what it weighs. It weighs 30 grams. A little over an ounce. And I got a 13.6 3 blade.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. Hey, Howard, I just showed your dogs here on our calendar.
Oh,
Yeah, so thank you very much. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick. I'm pretty sure you have the calendar, but let me just show you again real quick. Where is that at? Share screen. There we go. The man of the hour here. Here is his dogs here.
There it is.
The old dog and the new dog.
yeah, that's not as cool as Mark's data. though.
That's not as cool as what?
Mark's data.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
That's
Well,
really, that's really cool.
yeah, that is cool. And this is so the
yeah, but Mark's data doesn't have its own calendar page yet.
Well, it's,
so which of the dogs is the most traveled?
I don't know.
You went to some contests in Europe recently, right? Which one did you take?
The one on the right.
All right, cool. And how did you do over there?
I got a first, second, third, and a fourth in reverse order of the importance of the contest.
Oops.
Very good. Well, thank you for sending your picture to Gary to finish out the 2023 year. Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome.
When do I get the 2024 calendar?
Well, we need people to send in their pictures. I know that Gary's waiting on a couple people. Is anybody in the gallery, Gary, that you are looking for? I sent mine in finally, right? You got mine.
Oh yeah,
finally.
I got yours in place. Yeah.
Or do I
That's
get me a
Sparky's.
54 Chevrolet like that?
Yeah.
Anybody in the gallery that you'd like to get a picture
Uh,
from? How about Philip? I know that Philip Bailey.
Philip, yeah, waiting on, yeah.
Hey, Philip, we need to get you a picture for the 2024 calendar in. He's muted and his camera's off, but he probably heard me. And I have another person in the chat box. Firmmaster 212 says some very useful info. Mr. Gerber, want to try some old tornadoes, or I got in a dusty box compared to APC? I think those tornado props are considered dangerous, right? Not to use them, right?
Don't use them. Well, I would.
I got a bunch of top flight props. I didn't try those either because nobody uses them anymore. But
right. All right, cool. So is that it, Mark? And I'm gonna go on to the next person.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think Stephen McBride came in next. Hey, Stephen, thanks for coming in, man. I've been so busy today. My wife's out of town with my oldest daughter, so I've been taking the kids to school, picking them up, and going to appointments, and didn't get a chance to get back to you. But your dad sent me your phone number, but I haven't had a chance to give you a call yet.
Okay.
So what you been up to, Stephen?
Not too much. Keep busy, keep working, but getting ready for next year's contest.
Very good.
Prepare now and get ready for that.
You got anything on the bench?
No, not yet. Not yet. Not building anything right now.
Are you thinking? What's your next plane you're thinking about building?
Not sure yet. Not sure yet. I might build another stiletto.
Oh, cool.
I seem to like that airplane.
Very cool. And then I think Stuart, what you been up to, Stuart? I know you've been working on your shop quite a bit. How's that coming along?
Yeah, I'm still doing it. I've been working on the vacuum system and the compressor hose I'm working on too. So, but I do have a question on these rev up props. I just got a couple of them. The EW means wide, right?
Extra wide.
Extra wide.
Okay. Yeah, I got a couple of them. One's 17.5 grams and the other one's 17.3. They're 11.6. They're both 11.6, but that's probably not what you have. Do they have, are there like a regular and then a wide, or are they, I don't know anything about them.
Well, I have a regular, and then they have a W, which is wide, and they
Okay.
have an EW, which is extra wide.
Well, actually, this is a EW. Yep. So, okay. So there's three different hit or widths of the blade. Okay. I didn't know that.
At least.
Actually, there was a fourth. In some sizes, they had a narrow also.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Not all of them. Some of the racing props were
Yeah.
available as a narrow blade. So
Don't break that prop. It's unobtainium.
Yeah. Heard these are kind of getting hard to get. So
Getting hard to get. Try to buy a dozen of them. How dare you? You can't get Sparky to let go of the supply. He seems to have it.
don't blame them.
Elliot Scott has some, doesn't he?
yeah,
No.
he was selling some, I think. He had some 12.5s, I think.
Yeah, I bought a bag of them.
Mike Lonke was selling those bags over a year ago.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a bag of 12.5s, but I don't have any 12.6s left. I don't have any EWs at all.
And I heard that 12.5 is really good for the Super Tiger 51.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sparky.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you thank you for your advice when I was working on that Fox 35. I got my big torch out and heated the top end of that motor, and then was able to push it out with a wedge and a crank, and it popped right out. So
Yeah,
thank you again.
No problem. I thought
Sure.
maybe the advice I gave you was to hit it with a hammer and use it as tip weight, but
So I think so Carl, what you been up to? I know I flew with you today, but what you been up to?
Oh, not much. You mean today?
No, just
Or
since the last show.
well, no, just being like Denny there, doing stuff with the grandkids and running errands and just trying to keep up with stuff. And I got a couple of planes I need to get repaired, and so I'm getting serious about finally doing them. I got one that's staring me right in the face, and I always forget to do it. But now now that I'm gung ho to get it done, I'm determined to get it done, and maybe bring it out next Friday. So
Very
other
cool.
than that, not much. So
All right,
just
great.
getting ready for Christmas and all that humbug stuff. That's about it.
Thank you very much. So we go to Philip Bailey. Hey, Philip, what you been up
Hey,
to,
guys.
Philip?
Hey, how is everybody?
Doing well. Now, last time we met, you was talking about going flying Tuesday, I think, right? Did you go flying Tuesday?
I can't remember Tuesday now.
I don't remember Tuesday either.
I went out there. I don't remember.
Out there, and I had a problem with the something was swollen. The elevator was swollen, and I didn't have nobody had any sandpaper with them, so I didn't get to fix it. Got home, got it fixed, and it's ready to go next time. But no, I didn't. And long story short, no, I didn't. I was hoping to go this morning, and it's raining, so maybe in the morning. We're going to try again in the morning, so we'll see what happens. Buddy Tommy and I think are going to try it tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. It's been a crazy week. Our weather here is, they say it's going to be cold, and then today I was out putting up Christmas decorations in a shirt. So I don't know, but then it started raining. They said it was going to start at 12, and it started about 10 minutes till. I don't know what the heck's going on. I think the weather report lately is best guess.
Yeah, that David Sabon refers to the weather as weather guessers.
That's about right. That's about right.
So can you elaborate on what happened? You said your stab swelled up. Was it the humidity or what?
Oh, I make things, sometimes I get things a little too tight trying to make it look really nice. I'm trying to keep up with Sparky, and that's a quantum leap. So anyway, I just got the elevator too tight where it passes, well, where it passes the elevator, passes the fairing on the side of the fuselage. It was rubbing.
Okay.
Humbug only doesn't have flaps. It's just got an elevator, and the little guy's real small but real long, and it really, if you got a little bit of a rub, you really know it. When it's working right though, that thing really flies well. But it's I changed it from a 25F series, which is a lot of power, a lot more than a Fox 35. Changed it to an OS 32H with a stunt head on it, and I have not run it yet. I have not flown it yet with that on there, so I don't know.
What prop are you going to use?
Do what?
What prop are you going to use?
Right now it's seems like it's an 11.4.
Yeah, 11.45 APC works the best on that motor.
11.45 APC.
Wait a minute. That's on a Humbug?
Humbug, yes.
Okay,
Not
I thought
the
the original
original
Humbugs were flown with 9.4s or something like
Not
that.
the
9-inch
original
props.
Humbug. Not the original Humbug. The one that look back in this year's, maybe it's last year's calendar, and it's pictured in there. It's red, white, and blue, and it's Bob Barron's last version.
Oh, okay.
It's his version instead of Netspan's. But the little sucker flies real well, but it is a challenge to set up. I mean, you go to build this thing, and you build it, you think you got a combat plane sitting there because the wings here and the tail's on and the two booms are on. Then you take your fuselage, and it's just against everything in me. to take and cut that fuselage at the high point of the wing, and then cut the back of it off, and you have to set the fuselage down on the back of the down on the stabilizer where it's straight across the fuselage and meets up with the elevator or stabilizer at the back. Then put the bottom piece back on it. I'm not kidding. Then go to the front, and you have to get all this finished. I have all this glued together, and then you put the front end on and check it and shorten it until you get the balance right. So anyway, it worked out. And just a little bit, was a little bit nose light with a 25, and with a 32, it's dead nuts perfect. It just balanced right where it's supposed to. So I'm thinking as good as it flew before, it should really be fun now.
Very cool. Let me bring in Howard Rush. Hey, Howard, how you doing? Thanks for coming in.
Oh, hi. I've already been here.
That's true.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to ask you what you've been up to. You've been doing any things in your shop? You've been doing any flying?
I've been lasering Christmas stuff.
Oh, wow. Very good. I got your email and I responded that the laser requirements is very interesting. It's good reading. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Al Fierro, he came in after Howard. Hey, Al, thanks for coming. How are you doing?
Good. Good. Doing good.
You been able to do any flying or work in your shop?
Going flying tomorrow.
All right.
Yep.
What are you planning on flying?
Geeski Nobler. It's been repaired. The one I put it in at the regional contest.
Oh, well, I'm glad you got it fixed.
I knocked the rudder off it, so but back together. What's that?
What are you using for power in that Geeski Nobler?
Brodak 40.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. So
That'll be plenty.
I was doing my outside loops. The first one did low, and then the second one I did lower, and took the rudder off.
Now that's pretty low.
Yeah.
Very good.
Too high or too low. I got to find that middle ground.
Yeah.
Hey, Al, do you have a picture for me this year?
Excuse me?
Do you have a picture for me for the
I'll have to get one.
Yeah, I love Geeski Noblers. That'd be nice if you can bring that picture into the calendar for 2024.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
It looks like caffeine. Go ahead, Al.
Can I text a picture to you or?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a cell phone, Gary, that Al can text you the picture, or you want it in an email?
Wait, either way.
Either way.
Yeah.
Or I can text it to you, Charles. I know I have your number.
All right, that'd be fine. Yeah, if you text it to me, and I think I have Gary's cell phone number, but I'm always thinking he doesn't use it except for when he's out of town.
Okay.
Is
that right, Gary?
Yeah, I usually use my home phone or the computer, email.
Yeah, go ahead and text me, Al, and I'll just go ahead and text it to, or I can email it to Gary.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you. So, Caffeine, you out there flying? I muted you, so you got to unmute yourself, Caffeine.
Nope, you lost him.
Oh, all right. So today I had few flights. The first few flights was with my CBEC, the Japanese ARF, and then I finally did the horizontal 8.
Oh, good.
First, and then go the outside, and on the left, not good enough. It didn't look like an 8 yet, but it's not 9 anymore.
All right.
But and then on my fourth or fifth flight, I flew my factor, and I was trying to do the same, but
Oh,
unfortunately,
rats.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Oh,
oh,
123. What the fuck's that?
That's a genuine ouch there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you cross the vector doing figure eights or doing what, Caffeine? Caffeine, we have a bad connection.
Oh boy, what happened there?
I don't know. He has a bad connection. I can't understand him.
It looks like
nose down first, so it's in the figure eight, and
Hmm.
Yeah, Caffeine, your bandwidth is too low.
I have a vector that looks just like that.
Hmm.
You can only do one figure 9 at a time.
Yep. If you don't crash, you're not trying hard enough.
I think we lost Caffeine. Hey, Caffeine,
Yeah.
we're going to have to move on. Your connection is bad where you're at.
Oh boy.
I'm going to go ahead.
I don't think he can hear you, Charles.
Yeah, I'll mute him.
Sounds like Morse code.
Yes. I can't even mute him. The connection's so bad. Trying to mute him. Anyways. Whoops. Okay. So I think we've caught up with everybody. We're all caught up, I believe. Yeah, I can't even mute him for some reason. It doesn't respond when I click mute. Yeah.
Does sound like Morse code, don't it?
Yeah, it does. Oh, there we go. I think he finally fell off. And I have a last comment from Furmaster 212. He says they are wood. I think he's referring to his well, I don't think tornadoes are old tornado props wood.
No.
I don't know what he's referring to then. But anyways, that was Furmaster 212's last comment was they are wood. So we're all caught up. And we have 24 likes. Thank you very much. We've had as many as 28 viewers. That's not too bad. But we don't have any new chat revenue and no new members. So please consider joining. You just hit the join button and then it'll take you to some other pages. Just follow the prompts. And there's 3 tiers. You can join at $4.99 a month. And there's 2 other tiers above that. And then if you don't want to do the subscription, you can do the super chat. And if you're watching the replay, you can do the super thanks. Yes, Philip?
Marky, what was that propeller again?
Which one?
The one for the 32, OS 32.
1145 APC.
11.4.5. All righty, I got you this time. I told you guys I got no memory. I have to write everything down.
It's good to make those notes.
Don't get the electric prop, get the gas prop. It's a little wide, but
yeah, electric prop on a gas motor, no good.
I got a comment from Furmaster 212 said we'll join at payday. Well, thank you very much. We definitely appreciate it. When you payday, just come into the Stunt Hangar YouTube channel and hit the join button. And then just follow the prompts, and Sparky and I would greatly appreciate it.
Make sure that you join Stunt Hangar as well, too. It's Stunt Hangar / Sam Mary Frank, SMF. Hit join on that. Use your real first and last name, or you won't get approved. I've been kicking out people like crazy.
Howard, what are you up to? You didn't answer.
Hi, I was muted.
Oh, okay.
Nothing significant.
You gonna be able to make any more handles anytime soon?
Oh, handles. Yeah, I could whip out a handle.
I need one of your special handles because well, anyway, the new plane needs more elevator than I can throw into it.
You got to do your own carbon middle though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll have to get one of those.
But I can tell you, scroll saw blade to get to cut it.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me which one to get. I'll get it because I know
right.
I tried to cut it with what I had and that didn't work. It caught and
it'll work a couple millimeters. And
yeah. Then it'll grab and bust. Makes a mess.
Okay.
Yeah. But I appreciate it, sir.
I'll did you feel mine to see how wide it is?
Oh yeah, I looked at yours at Nats. I like it.
And your hand fits that. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Do you have a handle handy? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with your handle. I've seen your reels you've made.
Looks like
say it again.
Looks like a hot rock. The reels, I think Philip asked for one of those too. They're not as good as a Sullivan reel or a Brodeck or something. I haven't figured out how to do it yet, even though I've got stuff to copy. Now, where's the handle?
What's the line spacing?
You're on your own for line spacing. Well, here's a handle, but it's only half a handle. See, it looks like a hot rock.
Looks like a hot rock. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's the inside of it. And, there's a cutout there for a carbon slab, and then you make the output as big as it needs to be.
So you make that handle into a hard point handle or a cable handle?
Hard point.
Hard point.
Howard, do you know how thick it is when it's all done?
Well, it's
just curious if you knew.
3/4.
I could mic it, I guess. Looks like 3/4 of an inch. It's about like a hot rock.
Okay.
Here's my hot rock I made in 1990. It's adjustable.
Oh.
It
Wait, let's go back.
Just wait for Al to notice until
The
they
screw in the back allows you to adjust the line length.
Use this pretend.
Also can adjust the line spacing with the different holes in it. And like I said, I made that in 1990, and they were pretty decent. I carved finger grips in it, pretty beat up, but it's made out of light ply, 1/4 inch light ply.
Yeah. As for mine, I can show you the finished thing when I get out to the shop. I'm in the house now.
Okay.
All right. So I don't recognize who's. Hey, Carolyn, how are you doing?
Boy, look at that beautiful modeler.
We can't hear you, Carolyn. You got to unmute your mic. I recognize the shop. Looks like Mike Lonke's shop.
I'm just working on T-combat planes here.
All right.
Mike. Yeah. I'm new to the shop.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah.
Tell them who you are.
I'm Carolyn. I'm Al's daughter.
Hi. All right. That's great.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. So what do you like to fly?
Combat.
Yep.
Say again?
Combat.
Combat? Do you do anything else besides combat? I know your dad does quite a bit of stuff.
No, just combat. I like to fight.
Very, very cool.
Oh.
Very, very cool.
Whoop up on your dad a little bit.
Very, very
Sounds
cool.
like
Hey,
a really good one.
Mike's son whoops up
I'm-
on him. I mean,
I'm
you know.
joking. I'm joking. I'm here. I'm recording in Nashville. I'm at Mike's. He's letting me stay with him and his family.
Oh, very cool. I thought I recognized the shop. Very cool.
How you doing, Al?
Hey, Mike.
We're taking good
Hey,
care
Mike.
of our buddy.
You take good care. She won't want to come home.
We're taking good care of her. I promise you. She saw you were on and she wanted to come in and say hi to you. So
Well, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, I hope you guys have a great night working.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Merry Christmas to
Give
you.
your folks a plug.
Hey, Carolyn, were you at the
Yeah?
Northeast? Were you at the Pampa Northeast Pampa
The
Regional? Were you out there?
I think I was running the score sheet.
You were. I remember you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
And it's nice to see your dad sober.
Sober.
Ooh. Ooh.
He knows I'm kidding.
That's not a drinker.
Good seeing you.
Good seeing you. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Now get to work.
All righty.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, she didn't put a plug in for her songs.
That was quieter than I thought. You go like that.
That was good.
Let
And
me,
Mike was good.
So she's in Nashville recording now?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she.
Very
she's
impressive.
in town recording some music for a couple of days, and Al asked if we could help her out and put her up. And in exchange for that, I put her to work in the garage working on combat planes. So
Very good.
control line related. We put her to work. She mounted a couple of engines for us. So
Well,
she was good.
It's
good.
It's warm enough there. You can have the garage door open. Good gracious.
It is. Yeah, it's about 60. Sam and I are getting a bunch of stuff ready. We're gonna be like low 60s this weekend. Bunch of rain tomorrow, but Sunday, clear, sunny, 62. So we're gonna go fly on Sunday. We're gonna go fly some
Wow.
combat.
Neat.
Now, Mike, she launched half-A's for me in the backyard.
Okay. Oh well, maybe
Very neat.
she doesn't fly out till 5 o'clock tomorrow. Maybe we'll put her on a half-A tomorrow in the backyard. We'll get her flying. Did she ever fly with you, Al?
A little bit, not much, but she did mostly, pitted for me, in the backyard. I start the engine. She let him go for me.
Well, maybe she can launch for me and Sam and I can fly some half-A in the backyard tomorrow morning if it's not raining too hard.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I wanted to see that we're taking care of her, Al. She's here, and like I said, we put her to work in the shop.
She told me she had a good time down there. Your family's very generous and kind, and she's
very good. She said my shop is cleaner than yours, though. She looked around and said, "You got about as many airplanes as my dad does. Your shop looks just like my dad's, except yours is a little bit cleaner, Mike."
Yeah.
So you need to work on some housekeeping there, Al.
Well, we'll put her to work when she comes back.
There you go. There you go. All right, we're gonna get back to work.
Take a good look so she can copy it.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Nice to see all you guys. We're gonna mute because we're gonna go back to work.
All right. Thank you.
See you, Mike.
See you, Mike. Yeah.
And let me see here. Lynn Burrell. He had to duck away for a second, looks like.
Yep.
Hey, Lynn, when you get a chance, come on back. I'd like to know what you've been up to.
Yeah. Mike only lives like 15 minutes from where she has to go.
Oh, that's great.
So and usually when she goes, she's been going to Nashville, quite often lately. But usually she has somebody that meets her there. But this time she had to go solo, and Mike extended the offer to her, and everything worked out great.
Very good.
Very neat.
Well, I think I'm gonna get off here, guys.
All right, Sparky, thanks for coming in. We're going to be ending the
Sparky,
live
take care of
stream
yourself, buddy.
probably after we hear from Lynn, and then everybody had a chance to share what they've been up to, and then we can go back at it again next Monday.
Are you building a profile, Sparky?
Yeah, this is a profile Viper.
Oh, okay.
The plans will be made available. I don't know, probably take a month or so for them to get done. Plans are ready for the regular Viper. I showed them when I first came in, but they're getting some changes made to them. Pretty nice set of plans. 3 sheets, 640 or 36 by 60, 2 sheets, or 36 by 48, 3 sheets.
What do you
How much
use?
are they?
What kind of power? What are you using it?
And what? The profile? Or
Yeah, profile.
profile is a Super Tiger 46.
Okay.
It's a little smaller airplane than the original Viper.
Mm-hmm.
I see Mike's wearing one of those beautiful P-47 Stunt Hangar shirts. Yay! Yeah. Rodax 218, limited edition.
This is a very old one, Sparky, and it got shrunk so bad, or I got fatter. So it's a shop shirt now. You can see the all the glue and epoxy and everything on there.
Yeah.
It's now a shop shirt because I don't have, you do that, right? You got your shop t-shirts.
All my shirts are shop t-shirts.
You're supposed to turn them inside out, then you don't have to worry.
Yeah. What'd you say it was? 2018? So yeah, I guess it's 5 years old. The purple one finally met its demise because you sold purple ones too.
Yeah.
And we had those. That one met its demise, and Sam had a purple and orange one too back 5 years ago when he was a lot smaller, and they don't fit him anymore. So
yeah,
they went in the keepsake box for when he's older and he has kids. He'll be able to throw some Stunt Hangar shirts on his kids in 15 years.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm out of here.
Speaking of your shirts, are your shirts still available? People can go to a website and buy the shirts.
I haven't. They're all those old shirts. All the old shirts are still available on Teespring. The Al Rabe Wiggly Rudder ones, and the Goofy Handle ones, and the Bearcat ones, and the old Stunt Hangar shirts. I'm going to stop dating them so that they'll stay relevant.
Yeah.
I just haven't got around to getting it takes a lot of work to get a design made up for those, those shirts in high quality, high res to upload to Teespring to have them printed. But you can print on demand from Teespring. I'm not going to do shirts like I did before, where I did the logo, I took the orders, I went to the printer, sat with the artist, got the plates made, and then they printed them for me. Then I brought them back here and I bagged them up and I hand labeled every label, go to the post office, stand in line with 100 shirts or what. I'm just not doing that no more. It's too much work for no return.
So can you spell the that website? You said Teesprings. How's that spelled?
Teespring. It's called something else now. Let me get you a I'll get you a direct link here.
It is Christmas, so I might be able to maybe get a T-shirt or something.
Yeah, well, like I said, they're old shirts. I have about 3 different stores in there. Let's see here. Teespring. I used to have a Teespring. It's just now called Spring. Let's see, we got that's my store, home stores. There we are right there. Do I have anything in here? Home listings that. I got hoodies and chicken wings design still up there. You ever hear of chicken wings?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I think I remember that one. I
Don't
think.
know that one.
And let's see here. New stock. Yeah, there's a lot of them in there listings. I guess 18. Let's see, go to the next page.
Can you share that, or you can't share that?
I don't know if I can view it. Let's see here. Stores. View store. There we go. Yeah, there we are. There's not much in there now. It looks like there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 different items. Apparel. Wait a minute. Let's try apparel. Like to get you in the apparel, get you in the right spot here. Yeah, there's only a few. So copy. And we go to, oh, here we are over here. Shoot, went over there. Come on, open up. Open chat. This is to everybody. Everyone. Paste. I'll do some more shirts here, maybe after the end of the year.
Okay, I see it in the chat. Thank you, Sparky.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Sparky.
But there's not much on there now. I guess it's fallen off after so many years. But I had a lot of nice ones on there for a while, but they're kind of gone now.
Yeah, I've purchased a shirt off of Teespring back in the day. Okay, let me share. Let me screen share this here. You bring this over, and I'll share this here. Just give me a second here.
I need it. Yeah, that's it.
So there's a few shirts there in front of us there.
Chicken wings. Yeah, there's not much there now. Al Rave's Mustang, and there's just not much there.
And that's still cool. I like the I think the chicken wing with the guys the chicks holding on to the handle and he has his feet dug in. I really like that one.
The one on the right is the P-51 Mustang about rump. That's Al Rave's artwork, or no, it's Schultz's artwork that I meticulously digitized, and it took a week to do.
All right, so just make your way to stunthangar.creator-spring.com/apparel. So that's stunt-hangar-creator-spring.com/apparel. And that'll take you right there. I'm gonna stop sharing.
On the accessories button.
I just I
right.
just got rid of it. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I just wanted to see what was in there. I had about, I don't know, about 40 designs in there. Now they're gone.
Yeah.
They might be on my terabyte drive. I could pull them over. I don't know. But I'll look for a shirt to get up. I had that guy in Brazil designing shirts for me. The one that I like the best is the one that has the SV11 here, and then the stunt hanger goes down. It was in blue. You remember that shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the blue one.
You wore it at Huntersville one year.
Yeah. Then the Thunderbolt ones were the ones that I started in 05, because that's what I was flying in.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I have another comment from Rick Wallace. He's also a member of our YouTube channel. Thank you for your support. Appreciate that, Rick. And he goes on to say, hi, can I get some information from Al's on his Perky Racer engine and construction? Go ahead, Al.
Well, the engine's a 4 F2D combat engine. It's mounted inverted. And all the controls and everything are mounted in the upper half. The only thing I could say, if you go to Stunt Hangar into the speed section, and there's a lot of photos of my Perky of when I rebuilt it. So you could see the construction of it there. So that's because it's too involved to tell. But you could see all the photos of I took it all apart and rebuilt the whole thing. So if you go to Stunt Hangar, I don't know which exact thread it is. I can look it up. I have to look it up and see if I can find it. But yes, the engine's just the same as they use in F2D combat. It's a 4.
See you guys.
All right. Thanks, Barky. I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Charles.
Yes, Howard.
Yeah, here's the handle.
Oh, great. Let me make it big. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Oh, yeah, Rush. I like that.
Yeah. The spacing is like 5.6 inches here, I think.
Very cool.
But you can make whatever you want.
And
Did you make it real too?
I made the reel too, but I'm not very good at it, so.
It
Very
looked
cool.
good. It looked good to me at the Nats, guys. He does good work.
You didn't have to wind and unwind lines from it. Doesn't work very well.
All right. Well, thank you, Howard.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. And I wanted to, last Friday, I had someone in the chat box, Gordon Jack. It was his first time in. And I'm so sorry I didn't get a chance to read your chat. I do the best I can, but some things do fall through the crack. So if you're listening, my apologies, Gordon Jack. And I hope you're still tuning in and watching us. And hopefully you're getting information out of us. Anyways, it looks like we've probably come to the end of the line here. And I want to thank everybody for coming in. I appreciate it. Unless anyone's had something else they want to say. But I was going to end the live stream and we can go into the after party. And so thank you very much for tuning in. I bid you farewell, fair winds, tight lines,